Walk in his ways, impact voice. Walk in his ways, impact voice. Walk in his ways, impact. Walk in his ways. Tune in to get your mind right. Tune in and let your soul go. We already hit the top charts. So if you're really ready, let's go. Walk in.
Good evening to everyone. Welcome to another edition of Walking This Ways Impact Voice Podcast. I'm your host, the CEO and founder of Walking This Ways Impact Voice Podcast, Furman Jackson Jr., broadcast live once again from Dallas, Fort Worth, the DFW. Hope everybody had a great Tuesday, had a very productive Tuesday, got things done, got things accomplished, because we are already finna ready to go into December the 1st, this Thursday. So 2022 is flying on by. We still got a month and a half left for this year, so we want to finish playing at a high level. I know everybody looking forward to 2023, but we're still in 2022, so let's finish out 2022 on the strong note and then carry on to 2023. I'm very excited to have my guests here on tonight. We're gonna be talking about fashion tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Those who's interested in fashion, want to learn fashion. We know that it is winter time. We know that people want to look good. The ladies want to look good. The fellas want to look good when they stepping out. So we have an expert with us tonight. She has 25 years experience in the fashion industry. She has a lot of wealth and knowledge for those who very interesting in learning fashion, want to know what to wear, what not to wear, putting color coordinated stuff together. But hey, we have an expert with us tonight, so we're very excited about that. And she took time out her productive schedule to hang out with us, talk about her, and talk about what she got going on. And I also want to give a big shout out to my sister Shay. She's back in with me tonight on the podcast. I know before we get to start with the interview, I know Shay, you got some interesting entertainment news going on. So before we get off into our interview with our featured guest tonight, Shay, go ahead and take away with the latest entertainment news with your celebrity tea with Coach Shay.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. And I just want to say welcome again. I'm ready to the podcast, and we're so happy to have you tonight. So I'm here to give you the celebrity tea as usual. I'm about to give up on Nick Cannon. I'm about to give up on him. I'm about to stop reporting how many kids he got, and it's out of control. He is an absolute menace. He is about to welcome baby number 12, y'all. He is on baby number 12. He just told, after baby number 11 came, he just told us about baby number 12 that will be coming early on next year. He's just a menace at this point. I know the Bible says be fruitful and multiply, and he has a very, very, very distinctive definition of this. I don't know if he think he's gonna win some type of award for having this many children. I really don't know what what his goal is at this point, but shout out to Nick Cannon for welcoming baby number 11 and preparing for baby number 12. And other news, Megan Thee Stallion is the first Black woman to make the Forbes cover 30 under 30 issue. So shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. It was very, very nice seeing somebody as a representation on the Forbes cover that's under 30. I just turned 31, so I ain't quite make the cut. But no, but that was very, very, very beautiful to see. We love to see our Black women in very prestigious places. Forbes that's very beautiful for her. Portia and Simon tied the knot, y'all. I don't know if y'all seen, but y'all definitely can go and look on her Instagram page, and she looked like she came straight out of the Barbie doll Christmas Carol box. Like, she was beautiful. The wedding was beautiful. Very beautiful, star-studded. Everybody was gorgeous. Y'all definitely have to go look at those pictures on her page. Everybody was stunning, absolutely stunning. BET Soul Train Awards, y'all. It was a bunch of winning going on. Chris Brown won the R&B Soul Male Artist of the year. Beyonce won the best album. The Beehive went crazy, y'all. The Beehive went crazy. B won the best album of the year, which ties her with her husband for the most nominations and the most awards. So big shout out to Beyonce. Her and Jay-Z is running the industry right now, and they tied. So it's nobody greater than the power couple themselves, you guys. Numbers don't lie. Um, Also Tim's, which was an upcoming artist, which she really fairly new. She wins Best New Artist for this year, which is cute for her. She is such a vibe. I love Tim's. I really like her. Jasmine Sullivan won Best R&B Female Soul Artist, and Jasmine Sullivan did come out with new music earlier this year. So if y'all missed it, y'all just gotta go back and listen because she's still jamming. She's still very soulful and just still Jasmine Sullivan. Mary J. wins Certified Soul Sister. You know, she's just certified with soul. Mary J., I love her because she changes with the time and she still keep her sound, which is just so crazy how she do that. But I just really love her. I love her sound. I love how she changed with the times. Big shout out to Mary J. Money Long won the Ashford and Simpson Songwriter Awards, which I didn't know she wrote a lot of music for Rihanna, Chris Brown, Pitbull, Kelly Clarkson. It's just to name a few. So she a ghostwriter. A lot of people we don't know, people be writing their songs and being rich off of the music that they just ghostwriters. They don't do nothing but write the music. And Lizzo, she won Best Dance Performance for the Soul Train Awards. And that is all I have, you guys, for the Celebrity Tea today. And you continue to be dynamic.
Awesome, Shay, and also welcome back, Shay, as well. And we have another familiar face with us, another part of our team. She's looking different, like who this young lady is. But we welcome her back as well. Miss Anna C, of course, what's going on with you with that beautiful $1 billion smile? Looking great, of course. So welcome back here on the show. So I know you have some stuff you want to share because written all over your face. You got to say a word at that song.
Look, I am so glad to be back on Walking His Ways. I missed y'all so much. I got on here like I get my people with me. I'm so excited. I know I've been missing in action because of my business launch, but y'all, I'm so glad to be back. Furman, I've missed you. Shay, Kenny, I've just missed the interaction, the adult conversation, the intelligence that we share, the impact. Man, I've missed it, but I will tell you, I don't regret a second of it because I took 2 weeks off to launch my very own business, and it's been a blessing. I got to finally release my website and my product line on Thanksgiving. So that was great. I have so many things to be thankful for, and I got to share that with my family, my friends, my followers. But I'm definitely glad to be back on the cast, okay?
Also, we miss you too as well. We're very proud of you. And I'm proud of you and Shay. I'm proud of the growth y'all ladies I got going in your life. The relationship that we established. I'm very proud of both y'all ladies. Y'all keep doing y'all thing. Shay, keep doing your thing. Anna, keep doing your thing as well. I'm proud of both y'all ladies. Keep living your life. Keep living the best life y'all want to live, and watch God take y'all far beyond when y'all ever imagined everything. So we're very excited. We know we talk about fashion. So I'm the only male on the show tonight with the ladies. But we talking fashion with our guest tonight, Miss King. She has over 25 years of experience in the fashion industry. So if you want to know about color coordinating, you want to know what to wear for the winter, if you want to know, we got these nice fancy dinners that be going on, nice networking event that's going on. Miss King can show you what you need to wear. She can point out what you need to wear. So, Miss King, we welcome you here on Walking This Way Impact Voice podcast. And by the way, we are live streaming, of course. So, like, share, comment sections, and get the hearts up, get those thumbs up. And like I said, Miss King, welcome to Walking This Way Impact Voice podcast.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Anything that you do is a blessing. So I just
awesome.
thank you for having me.
And we just thank you for taking time out your productive schedule to hang out with us tonight.
Oh
And I
yeah.
know we're gonna be talking about fashion. You are in fashion. You have like 25 years of experience. That is a long time to doing
Yes, I've been
something
doing
that
it for it's like forever, like forever. I
that's
had
a
some
blessing.
bumps in the road for a while. I had cancer in 2019, but God helped me, all the way until so I got back into the fashion industry and nursing. So I'm a nurse, I'm an LVN, so I'm back doing that. But I'm really trying to push my fashion back. After I did the show here in Dallas a month ago, man, it just gave me the drive to go back and get back into it. So I thank Beautiful You Fashion Tour. I thank him so much, Mr. Devonair, for allowing me to come back and showcase my designs and everything.
Man,
Wow.
that's awesome. Like, wow, and you're a survivor. We go ahead, Shay, you saying so I see your mouth move. What you say, Shay?
Oh, I was asking, you create designs as well as dress people down.
Yes, I started out just doing like styling at first, and then my grandmother's the one that got me sewing. So she was like, when you get a husband, honey, you gotta know how to sew. So she just made me get up on the sewing
Wow.
machine and start learning how to sew. So I just really did it. But my grandfather wanted me to be a lawyer. My mom and grandmother wanted me to be a nurse. So I went to pre-law at Harvard. Then I
Oh
quit.
wow.
I snuck behind them and quit. And then I just went on for nursing. I just like I can't keep doing what everybody want me to do. But I do have pre-law and I'm my LVN, but fashion has always been there because my grandmother always made our clothes when we were smaller. So I just picked it up and I just kept going with it. So now I'm just trying to launch my clothes. Now that the cancer is done, I had my last appointment last month because every month after you kind of go in remission, you got to keep going, make sure it don't pop back up. And I had some complications, so it popped up, and then I just kept fighting, like still working, doing chemo, still trying to sew with chemo. It was hard, but I made it through. So I'm ready to get
Um,
out there. I'm ready.
Wow.
you're a fighter.
I got to. Can't give up. Shoot, it's
Man,
days that I wanted to give up. It's days, I have 7 children, so they really didn't know about it at first because I didn't want to say anything. But I still was trying to do my shows and still working, taking care of other people, and then I didn't have nobody taking care of me. So for me being a nurse, I knew how to do what I needed to do to get myself to the next point. But I kind of gave up fashion for a while, and then now I'm back at it. So I'm ready now. You can't
come
stop me
on.
now. So that's it.
And yeah, that's all glory to be to God for that. It's like you wouldn't
Oh
even
yeah.
know it till you said that tonight because when we interacted on social media, I didn't know that even took place in your life. You just never know people's stories until you
Yeah,
actually
you
come in
don't.
contact.
That's why I never judge. My grandmother always say, "Don't judge the book by its cover," because you don't never know what a person has been through. So people see me all the time, like, "You just always so happy and go lucky," but then I'll be at home, be like, "Oh, I made it through another day," and lifting other people up, because I'm a nurse, so I have to take care of people while I'm sick, and people don't even know I'm sick while I'm taking care of them. So it was just a blessing. So this is something that I love to do.
I agree with Anna. You are a fighter. That just showed there's no excuse, no matter what you're going
It
through.
ain't. I tell people all the time, like, if you're going through something, you just gotta put it in God's hand and stay focused. You're gonna have bumps in the road, but if you trust him and you walking by faith, not by sight, you're gonna make it through. But for me, people stealing my designs, people stealing my clothes, I just gave up, like during the time that I did have the cancer, the guy in Dallas stole my whole collection.
Oh
So
wow.
that was just something I just like forget it. I'm not
Tell
gonna
us
keep
about
fighting
that.
with him.
How did he steal your whole collection? What happened?
Well, I had started doing Queen of Africa was a theme that I was doing for a while. So I always went to Atlanta. Everybody's like, you might as well move to Atlanta, Miss King. So I got a lot of models together. I sit and sold a crown, made the hats, made the dresses, the jewelry, everything. So I got the models together. We had a fee. The models send the money. I said, well, send the money to the photographer. So we went to Atlanta. We did the photo shoot. That's before I found out that I had cancer. I knew something was wrong with me when I was at the shoot. I was getting cold. I wasn't feeling right, but I was like, I don't want to do the shoot. I'll just let my models do it. So we amazing photo shoot. So I was supposed to go back and do the fashion show, which is going to be Queen of Africa. And I just started getting sick. When I got home, I got ready for go get some birthday gifts. I had my grandbaby birthday was that day, had the birthday. The next day I went to work. I'm fine, walk in, get a cup of coffee, and all I do is wake up, I'm on the floor. And so I tell him I'm sick, I'm in the hospital, I can't do the show. I can't send you any money right now because I'm in the hospital. So he was like, well, since you don't want to pay me, I'm gonna take your clothes. So that was 2 collections of clothes. Like the first collection I had already got together. And the second one was I was just working on. And I just wanted to get like a pre-shot of some models in my second collection. And he just took everything.
The photographer did?
Yes. It took me 3 years to put both of them collections together, and he stole all of it. And so we fought, and people that knew me in Atlanta tried to get it back from me. He wouldn't give it. It just took me. So when I found out I actually had cancer, I was like, my daughter's like, Mama, stop stressing. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to be messed up. Just let it go. But it was so hard to let go because all the hard work that I took night and
Absolutely.
day, sewing and making and, cutting the stuff. And it was just, and I do it by myself. I don't have no assistants. I don't have nobody to help me. So it's me just sitting up here doing it by myself. So it took a year. For a year, I just kept asking, just give me my stuff. Whatever I owe you, I'll pay you. Whatever. No, I'm not giving you nothing back. So I never got it back.
Have you heard from him since then?
No, I haven't even reached out. I haven't looked on social media to kind of find him or whatever. Some people was mad, so they was trying to find him and go after him. But I just say, you know what goes around comes around.
Oh,
so
yeah,
now, karma.
I believe
don't happen. People in Atlanta really liked me coming doing the shows that I was doing, but I just stopped. After that, I just like get healthy. So.
Yes, your health is your number one priority. I believe in karma, but I believe in Jesus Christ. Okay. And so, like you said, you're going to get your blessings, and what's for you, nobody can stop. Like the devil, the enemy can send distractions to deter you, to slow you down, but not defeat you. So that was just a little minor setback.
Jerry Barnes.
Did you at least get your pictures?
Do not trust him with your garments. Do not trust him with your garments.
Jerry Barnes. Did you get your pictures from him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and what's so crazy about the pictures, he posts some of the pictures and they have that little thing across the middle of it, but I didn't even care. I said, okay, shoot. I posted on social media, and people thought, oh my God, it was so beautiful. I just want y'all to get a cap of what I did. And it was so crazy about it. I got business off of them pictures, and they wasn't even the full picture. He wouldn't even take the little name off the middle of them. I said, you can at least give me my pictures or something. Since you got my collection,
absolutely.
I didn't get none of it.
That's crazy.
None of it. So that kind of took me like, I don't even want to do fashion no more. Because it got to a point where I didn't really trust nobody. I didn't really trust people. And I've had so many people that stole my designs, that did this kind of stuff. I had went to court for probably about 4 years trying to sue Chanel. I tried to sue Gucci with my designs, and I've learned, like, I don't trust nobody, because if you post something of your design, they can take it and make it in. Only thing I had was a sketch of me sketching that design and my signature at the bottom of the date. And they were saying I didn't have no proof that I could have just wrote that out that day, and said that was my design. So I lost the case on both ends.
And that was 4 years of going to court?
I lost the case with Gucci too, huh?
You spent 4 years in court with Chanel and Gucci?
Yeah, because I was intern. I did intern with both of them. When I got out.
So you was working? Yes, you was working with them, and they took your design?
Yes, I had 2 portfolios of designs, and I sketched all the time, just sketching. I could be sitting here looking at TV, and I just grab a pen and I like that on TV, and I'll sketch something. And they was doing a new collection, and I just was like, hey, maybe I could put my bid in, to be, since I'm doing intern, I can design for them. And so they act like they was gonna get me the design for them and everything, and they took my design.
Oh my goodness. Going through that, I know it kind of made you resistant and hesitant and created a wall for you. But out of those situations, what do you think is the biggest thing that you learned, like the lesson that you learned?
The lesson I learned, I do it now. I tell people, if you're gonna do something, far as I know some people can't afford to get all their stuff patterned and stuff like that, but what I've learned how to do is sketch my stuff, sign it, and send it, get it notarized, and send it to myself.
Yeah.
So if somebody take my design, I have something to say, okay, this was my design. I created that design when they took it like 4 years ago when I was in high school. And so I was holding on to it. I've made that design. I even showed them pictures with people with the same clothes. I said, you can't tell me that these two designs are not exactly the same. But since they had more money than me, I was young, they didn't care. So I tell people, well, I can't afford to get patterns. Sign it, date it, and send it to yourself and get it notarized. That's the only way you're gonna cover. And don't open it. And when you mail it to yourself, don't open it. So if you happen to see that on social media or on a collection, you can go back to court and say, okay, it's sealed, open it up, and you will see that exact design in there. That's the only way I can tell people to do it if you don't have the money to go out and pay for patterns. I've learned how to make patterns, so I don't really have to go and buy patterns. I've learned how to do that in school. But some people don't have that gift to do that. So it is expensive. It's really expensive.
I will tell y'all, as being a young entrepreneur, she's absolutely right when it comes to protecting your interest, when it comes to protecting your creations, your creativity, things that you develop. Patents are very important, trademarks, copyrights. And sometimes it may be costly, but it's definitely worth the investment. That in these days and times, I will tell you, there are a few things for some young entrepreneurs that you're looking to do. Get you a legal assistance program, things like Legal Shield. I offer things like that so that you have 24-hour access to a strong legal team to stand in your defense, create, draft, and read documents for you, speak on your behalf. Not only that, you can go through the trademarking and the copywriting process on your own. It may take a little bit of time, but that's actually something you can log into the government websites. You can do these things on your own. Get your patent, get your copyright, get your trademarks so that you have possession and ownership of all of your intellectual property, because your creativity does not need to be stolen by big conglomerates that can overpower you. So don't feel intimidated that you aren't wealthy and don't have a big team of lawyers. You can have these things. So if you ever need more information about legal assistance, getting a legal team together and not having to spend thousands and thousands of dollars, I definitely can help you, because I've went through that process myself as far as getting my own trademark.
That you are absolutely correct.
Yeah,
It's really hard out there, trying to put stuff out there and people steal it. It's crazy.
It hurts your heart because
it's crazy, like
your passion. They're taking something that you birthed, your own baby. I can understand how heart-wrenching that can be.
It's a hard thing to deal with. Even today, like it's just God just blessed me with so many things. Like right now in front of me, I make every year I do Christmas. I love Christmas, and I make the most beautiful Christmas wreaths. And people be like, God just give you so many gifts and talent. That's all people, Miss King, because I'm known by Miss King. People don't never know how to say my first name correctly. So I'm known by Miss King. So it's just so crazy how you can create something, and then next thing you know, you can see what you created, somebody else done took. And it kind of makes you upset because you have worked so hard to do this, make this dress or make this whatever you doing. It makes you so upset when you see somebody else done took your idea and like really present it like it's theirs, but it's not theirs. Like give me credit for it, or something like that. Like I create my own vase. I'm a wedding planner as well.
Wow.
And I created my own vase, and this is my brother. And my brother just like created it too after he seen me doing it, and I helped him do weddings. And next thing you know, telling people this is what he created. And I was so mad. I was like, you didn't even tell me, tell people that I'm the one created it. And you getting all these praises for all these beautiful weddings that you're doing, but I am the creator of the vase. So now people are like, I know it's hard for you to step out. It is like my jewelry collection I have on. I make the most amazing jewelry. And I see people just like, I don't want to put nothing out. I got gobs of jewelry and I haven't even put nothing out there because it's just like, it's so fearful because people going like, they're going to take your creation or they going to say it's theirs. But just like I said, you know what? I can't keep being in this shell.
Right.
I got to step out on faith. And so I'm ready. Whatever comes my way, I know God is right there with me. So I'm ready to put my fashion out there. I have some amazing pieces I'm working on. I'm really going back to do my hat collection. I make hats out of paper. I make hats out of table mats. And they are so beautiful, So everybody's like, Miss King, where you been? I was like, I've been hiding, girl. I've been hiding.
I gotta find you on social media. I want to see all of this stuff. And yeah, you can't be afraid because what's for you is for you. It's gonna be imitators and copycats the rest of your life. They say imitation is the greatest form of flattery. That's what they say. But I'll just let you know, people can try and recreate your recipes, but it will never be the same.
And it's fun that you just said that because somebody just said that to me the other day. And it was like, Miss King, you remember when you did Queen of Africa in Houston? I was like, yeah. She said, that big old fur hat you had. Somebody else tried to do the same thing and it just wasn't the same. And they sent me the pictures and I was like, wow. I said, okay. So I did do one shoot in Houston last year. And so now everybody's like, what happened to Queen of Africa? We need to go ahead and put it out there again. And I was like, well, I'm ready now. I'm cancer free. I'm still kind of got some little things going on. But I said, God, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I constantly stay at the doctor if I feel anything going on or whatever. I'm 52 now. I'm getting older. So I'm really healthy, eating healthy, walking, working out, trying to keep myself healthy and strong. So I'm ready. I'm just ready. I'm just not going to be fearful no more. I can't let them stop me because there's some people right now trying to stop me.
Well, they ain't gonna stop because the Bible says God
not
give
and
you the
that
spirit
matter
of
of fact,
fear.
the person was on your show.
Huh?
Ooh, tell us the tea. Let me stop.
The person's on my show.
Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna say it, just go ahead and say it.
Like I want to tell the tea, but I'm not ready to tell the tea yet.
Okay,
but
when we get off of here, we're gonna hop on here.
It's crazy how people try to take your gift and try to use you for the benefit themselves. It's crazy. And I just keep seeing it. I keep seeing it on social media. And I was like, wow, this person is really, Lord have mercy.
Wow, that's amazing.
I was like, wow. Because you know how I found you? Somebody reached out to me and said, I think you should go on this guy's show. And I was like, oh, okay, I've seen it, but I never really, pay attention to it. And so she's like, yeah, go on that show. And I was like, why are you so animated for me to go on this show? She said, because this is a step out for this person that was on there, this person that was on your show, she told me about. I was like, oh, for real? I said, well, okay. And she said, I want you to go out the show because I like the show. I guess my friend watches you all the time or whatever, live stream, see you, what you're doing. And she said, this is a step out there for you to get noticed again. And she said, I think this is a good platform. So she told me to get on there. And then she sent me the flyer of the person that was on this show too.
Oh, wow. I really want to know who this person was.
No, well, y'all, we gotta save it for when we gonna save it for when we off air because we gonna give our audience y'all better stay tuned because it be going down and walking his ways. Okay, because obviously we are reaching the people, right?
Yeah, you reaching people because it's crazy because somebody else said something. I was like, I don't know who that is. And they was like, I'm telling you, you need to go on. And you just told me that you want to get back out there in the fashion industry. And I think this podcast would be great for you. And then the person that tried to demolish you and tried to mess up your career was on this same show. And I was like, honey. So I was okay, let's go.
So Miss King, tell us this, because you came on the podcast to put it out there, to step out of your comfort zone, and to get back in the spotlight that's obviously
I'm
yours.
telling you, I am not, like I told people, I've been like I always try to follow God and listen to him.
Right.
You know, I'm not a messy person. I don't try to mess with nobody. I'm just doing my own thing. But when you come across me and you do things to me, and I forgive, but I don't forget. I'm just telling you, watch out. Watch out, because when I come back, I'm coming back hard. I'm not coming back playing. I don't have cancer. God has delivered me from cancer. I have been surviving 4 years. I am straight. And my mind is clear. My hands is ready. You know, if you can see the Christmas wreaths I got in front of me, that is so beautiful. Oh my God, they are
Well,
so
tell us
amazing.
this.
Let me
Tell
just
us,
show you one.
I'm about to say, show us one of the wreaths, and one of your hats.
If I can turn it around. This is one of them.
Yes, that is very pretty.
All my wreaths come with centerpieces. And so people just been ordering them, calling me on social media because I go live and try to show them and for people to see them. And I told them, they said, we want to see the fashion. We ready.
How can we shop with you, and how can we see all that you do? How can we communicate and support you?
My Facebook is Pretty Face King, or you can go on my Instagram, Arementee Pretty Face King. Either one of them places you can go and find me. You know,
Pretty Face King or Arementee Pretty Face King.
Mm-hmm. I'm on social media. I've been working on this little TikTok thing. Oh Lord Jesus. TikTok is son, he's like an influencer on there. He dances and all that kind of stuff. So he was like, Mom, I'm gonna have to get with you and show you how to do this TikTok thing. Because I mean, when I showed some of the people of my wreath, they was like, oh my God, man, you gotta show this. You really have to show your gift and talent. You can't be in a bubble. Because I've been in a bubble for like 5 years now. It's just like everybody that I connected with tried to either steal my fashion or put lies out there on the industry on me. And people know Miss King. So they were like, wait a minute, They would come back telling me stuff. So I said, you never know who you meet. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I always try to have a good relationship with everybody that I meet. And I'm always a helper, always trying to help people. If people need help, I'm always out there helping people. So when people see things they trying to do to some, I know Miss King, no, I ain't gonna let you do that. So that's why I'm thank God every day that I try to keep a good relationship with people. You have to do that, because when somebody try to hurt you, they gonna jump in there in the midst and say, no, I'm not gonna let you do that to her.
Yes.
So I'm ready.
So you are a mom of 7, a cancer survivor, a fashion inspiration, a seamstress. You also make jewelry and custom wreaths. Did I get that all right?
Yeah, girl, you got it. You forgot. Man, I just love the fashion industry. I just love it. You know what I'm saying? I style you for a wedding. I'll style you for a birthday. If you're having a party, you say, Miss King, I need this, that. I got you. I got you. You know, I've been doing styling forever, fashion design. I've always had a wedding planning business. I love making things by hand. I've done everything, you know. But my passion is I love taking care of people. Right now, I'm taking care of a man that has dementia and Parkinson's, and he's really not doing good. So, you know, I attend to him every day and make sure he eats and take his medicine and give him his injections and stuff like that. So that's something that I really love too, is taking care of the seniors. Seniors, if you got a mama, a grandmother, auntie, and they going through some things and y'all need help, please reach out to me, because that is my passion. I love taking care of seniors. Sometimes some of them don't have nobody to help them. So, you know, I'm there, you know, and I'm just so known in that industry. They'll call me. People have picked up my phone and just call me like, my mom, she's not doing well. Can you come and help me? And I still go to some of my old clients that I don't even take care anymore and just go by there and make sure they're okay, do a well check on them. Because I have a couple that was 93, both of them 93 years old. And they lived in a big old house by themselves, and she had an eye surgery. And I had to have her lay down, face down, for like an hour every day. You had to lay down like that. And I took care of her, and I took care of her husband. They needed me to cook. I cooked for them. I cleaned the house for them, make sure they took their medicines, whatever I needed to do for them. And then once her eye got better, then I went on to my next client. So that's something that I love to do as well. Not just fashion, but taking care of our seniors. And if y'all know anybody out there that's a senior, you got a neighbor or somebody live down the street from you, and you don't see Miss Smith coming out the house, go check on her, knock on the door. Just say, Miss Smith, I just wanted to check on, see if you're okay. Because a lot of these seniors live by themselves. They don't have family that come and see them sometimes. Maybe they have a daughter that comes maybe every once in a while, but you live right down the street from them. Just check on our seniors.
You're absolutely right. And you have such a big heart because sometimes we forget about our elders. You know, we focus on youth, we focus on ourselves, but we have to remember the generation that looked out for us will one day need us to look out for them.
You know, that's what my grandma, our big mama, you know, we got different names, Nana, Big Mama. You know, we got to check on our people, our grandmothers. Even if y'all have grandmothers, you know, sometimes we working, we got kids, we going to school, and we don't think, oh, grandma, all right. No, go check on her. You know what I'm saying? She might be sick. She might need you to cook a meal for her. She might want you to sit by her and just hold her hand, just talk to her. So we have to check on our seniors too. So that's my passion. I love it. I love it. I go all the time and just check on them.
Big shout out because I said big shout out to you because my mom, she suffers, well, she just was diagnosed recently with Parkinson's disease. So it's definitely a tough thing to deal.
It is.
The big
even if you be there for her and just try to talk to her, things are going to change. It's going to get, the Parkinson's is not really it don't get better. It really kind of get worse. But we try to make them comfortable and through all that, you know. And if she have Parkinson's, sometimes you might want to go and exercise with her, walk, because eventually certain things in her body is going to change. Her arms, her hands is going to be, you know, I had one, his hand was like this and he couldn't even open it. And when I showered him, I had to go through his hand and it kind of hurt. But I was like, I got to clean your hands, you know, I got to clean you up, you know. So I'm praying for, you know, just be there, you know, for her. Just be there, because it's going to get rough some days. Some days she's going to have some great days, and then some days she's going to have some bad days.
And that's exactly what I am. Like, I usually go try and see her every day. Like, I put her really close to me where I'm able to pretty much access her every day. But that's exactly like what I go through. Like, some days she better than others. Some days she might not want to get out the bed. She might be just painful. She
is painful for
in her lower extremities.
Yeah, it's painful for them. But you know, you gotta keep her active, you know. And I tell people when they do have Parkinson's, you want to make them try to get up. Even if she don't walk or she got a wheelchair, one thing you do want to do is get them up. You don't want them to lay there all day, every day. You want to at least get them up, take them in the living room, make sure they get in the shower. You know, you can't take them a shower every day because their body aches. But at least like the guy I have is 3 times a week. You know, we make sure he get in the shower. You know, he's still walking, but some days he just not there. But you know, I just keep on pushing him. Like, I call him Papa. I say, come on, Papa, we gotta go. We gotta go. You know, so make, you know, if you can do exercises with her hand movement, leg movement, because eventually she's gonna get in a state where she ain't gonna be able to move too much.
Miss Arementee, have you thought about doing your own healthcare business?
Well, I started doing a healthcare helping hands. I started last year, and I had probably about 10 patients, but most of them had COVID. So I lost 6 of them. And so I still kind of go out and help out. But then when it got so bad, you know, and I couldn't handle it for one time. I mean, I've seen 18 people die from COVID. It was so devastating. And then my friend, she's a nurse, so she's like, hey, come go with me. Let's go to New York. I was like, oh my God. I stayed a month. I was like, I'm out. I can't do it. They were just throwing bodies in the corner. Like, I'm like, that's somebody's mother. That's somebody's son, somebody's child. And I just told my friend, I appreciate it. I got my little 20,000 and came back to Dallas and opened up my store after that. And I just worked in like the nursing homes and stuff. I couldn't handle it. It was just too bad out there, especially New York. Florida was okay, but New York,
yeah, it was real bad.
Oh my God, it was like that really stopped me from like changing myself to go back to do fashion, because I'm gonna always do nursing, but my fashion that's where I really love. And I love my seniors. So I was like, hey, what can I do to really just push this stuff and do both? So that's what I'm working on, trying to open my own healthcare facility, or either just do it mobile, just go to people. Because right now in, what is it, McKinney, they have 3 different home apartments, and all of them seniors live in there. And I take care of the seniors that I take care of, but the other people be seeing me like, can you help me? Okay, I smell you cooking for them. I can smell it all out the window. So now she done, the lady that I'm taking care of, her husband done promoted me to everybody in the building. So I was like, okay, what can I do to help them? You know? So I'm putting some stuff together, trying to help everybody that I can, whoever I can. If I can get some workers to come behind me and help me with the
It
seniors,
sounds like
we
you
can
need
build
a
something.
team for this
I
next
do need a
level in your
team.
life. Is I know that you have this wall built up because of trust, but sometimes in order to
I
elevate,
know.
you got to get you a team.
Yeah, if I had a team, when I tell you we'd be rocking, because it is so beautiful to go over there and see all them seniors walking around, they driving themselves. And then when I see them, because they see me in my nurse uniform all the time, they're like, hey, you a nurse? You're so pretty. I mean, can you come help me with something? I'm like, okay, yes, ma'am. I go in there and help them. And then I was telling the lady today, she's like, Miss King, we done started something. I said, yeah, you done told everybody.
So, Miss King, you got to get you some business cards. So, when
Man, I
people
gotta
want
do
to shop and
something.
stuff with you, do they just inbox you, or how do people
Man,
shop
most
with
of the
you?
time I tell them to go to my Instagram and DM me, you know, or they can go on Helping Hands, Memory Care, where that's my other website for my senior, taking care of my seniors. So I'm trying to get some stuff together, because I told them, I know the lady says like $2,000 to get the license. So my daughter's like, hey, I'll cover that for you, and then you can go from there. And I said, well, I still want to do that, and I still want to do my fashion, but I have so many business, I'm telling you, and it's just me. I don't sit here and did what, about 10 reefs already, just by myself every day. Because once I come home, take my shower, eat, take my nurse uniform, I was gonna be late for this cast. I was like, oh Lord, Jesus, hurry up, let me get this food cooked. And I love to cook.
What you cook today?
Oh baby, I cooked some shrimp and I made me some scallop potatoes.
Sounds good. Well, I'll
Now I'm
take
finna make
it.
tomorrow. I want some oxtails,
You gonna you gonna cook on
cabbage,
live?
and hot water cornbread. That's what I want.
Mm.
I
I
need the
cook.
recipe.
Girl, and I make the best Alfredo. Oh my God.
She said, oh my God.
But I made it for the people I take care of. They said, oh my God. Then I had took the little bowl. I said, you don't mind if I take it to the lady next door? So I took her a bowl. And then the other man wanted, I said, oh Lord. So I took him a bowl. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get some business out of this apartment.
Dang, I
Cooking.
mean, it's
I love
like,
cooking. I love cooking too.
wow. It's like, and we got to give you your roses, because that takes a special individual to doing what you're
Oh
doing.
my
'Cause some
God.
people
It
don't even
does
have
take
the heart
it
for
takes
that.
a lot. It takes a lot, because people that has this man not have just have Parkinson's, he has dementia too. And he has and he's a diabetic. So he got 3 things that's going on in his body. And I just give him praise, because one day he be off and one day he's not. But it's just like his wife was like, dang, you just connected with my husband so good, because any other person, he wouldn't even take a shower, he wouldn't do nothing. And now he's eating, he's taking a shower, he talks and laughs with you. I said, because I just have that gift. God has really blessed me with that gift. And it's so many seniors that I just connected with. Like the lady that I live with, I was going through something. That's why I'm so adamant about domestic violence. And I have Broken Sisters Foundation. I just started it probably about 6 months ago, because there's so many women out there that's being abused by their husband, boyfriends, whoever. They're being abused. And I went through some stuff like that. And the lady gave me a shelter here where I can have peace and quiet, where I don't have to deal with nobody trying to abuse me or hurt me. So I sat down and I said, I've supposed to been writing a book a long time ago, and it's called I Am Bruised But Not Broken. And I tell people all the time, a bruise a heal. You know what I'm saying? So if you broken, but you're not bruised. And you get a bruise on your arm, it heals. So I kept on saying, I need to start a foundation that can help women out there that's been abused. So I came up with, it's called Broken Sisters. And so I've been building that up. I got a church that's going to help me donate some things. And so I need to get out there and start being active on that. So I am here in Van Austin, Texas. Everybody's like, where the heck is that? I'm way in the boondocks. But it's peaceful out here. It's quiet, beautiful homes out here. And I can really think and be creative. That's why I think God just put me here. So he want me to be back out there. And he was like, no, we're not going to be scared. We're going to walk by faith, not by sight. And we're going to get out there and we're going to help a lot of people.
Oh yeah, because most definitely a lot of people do need help. We know domestic violence is taking place right now. We don't know what somebody's going
Yeah.
through in the comfort of our home. Somebody's being abused physically, sexually, mentally. You know it.
Yeah.
But I don't like domestic violence. I don't go along with a man putting his hands on a woman. I mean, if you're gonna do all that, don't need to be together. It can't get to the point where you get that mad that you're gonna punch somebody in the face. There's no
Yeah.
excuse for that. That's not justified. If you get that mad, go buy a punching bag or so. Punch on that. Get your frustration out on that. But never take it out on the enemy's kids. We forget about the children. Children
Yeah.
go through abuse.
Same thing.
Well, their parents
People don't
take it out on
realize
them.
when you're getting abused by your husband, you don't realize that you're abusing the kids as well because they seeing that and they gonna grow up like that. I know it's guys right now that they watch their mom get beat and then they end up being abuser on their girlfriends because that's what they watch and they never got help to figure out they don't supposed to do that. Is this the right way? And I commend I think his name is Snappy or something like that. He's on Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, you talking about
A
Little
little
Scrap?
scrappy, little scrappy.
Little Scrappy. And I commend him because he's seen his mother in a trap house and doing all this stuff. And he was saying he never really got the help that he needed to overcome some of the things. And I was just proud of him just to step out there and say the things that he did say to his mom, even though she was looking at him like it was
I
his,
was
like
so
she didn't know what he
upset
was talking about, huh?
with her. I was so upset how she responded to him. Like,
Yeah, and I'm like, this man went through a lot, and you never,
oh,
and I commend him just for even just speaking up about it. Some men hide that stuff and don't speak out. Men don't speak out a lot of stuff. It's the women that do more of the speaking. But I just commended him for doing that. I was like, man, I wish I could just go and give him a hug and just pray with him. You know what I'm saying? Because that was commendable. But she made me so mad. I was like, if I ever meet her, I'm gonna tell her something.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
that was
because
like, wow, you just don't know what people go through.
right, and like you have to realize, because guys deal with a lot of trauma. The book that I read, Laws of Human Nature, a lot of stuff that people go through has started in their childhood when they was growing up, and especially with some guys was never taught to communicate, be open. They was taught just be tough, cry
Yeah,
out and stuff like that.
women are taught to be independent. Oh, I'm independent. I'm independent. We all need help. That's good. We are strong and stuff like that. But sometimes we gotta let people help us. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that too. I'm very, very independent, but sometimes I gotta just let my hands down and say, okay, come on, let's help me. I'm really, really independent. I don't really like people helping me do a lot of things. But I know I sometimes I need the help. But the trust thing is that why are you helping me? Why are you getting so close to me? So it's like that. And now like people still call me to say, hey, Miss King, can I use your designs in a photo shoot? But I have to be there with my clothes now. I don't just send my stuff. I used to send my clothes out to models and photographers and stuff like that. But now I just don't do it no more. I just have to be there with my clothes because
So,
if I'm gonna get them back or what gonna happen. So
right.
it's a trust thing for me, and I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
So, will you have contracts in place for people that like want to use your stuff?
Well,
Like,
see, at first I was doing it so much because I trusted these people that I was giving my stuff to, so I didn't really have a contract with them. But now my daughter, she's like, Mama, I'm gonna make you up some contracts. So when people get your stuff, you got a contract, they don't bring it back, then you can sue them. You have a contract signed by them that they
that's
use
true.
your pieces. And I have so many clothes because when the pandemic got real bad, I had to close my boutique up. And had my knees were swollen so big, I thought I hit something. I was like, did I hit my knee on something? And my knee was just so huge, and they told me that I had chronic arthritis in my knees. So I just closed my store down and quit my job, and my daughter just took care of me, so I didn't have to work or whatever. And so I have all these clothes now. I have clothes, shoes, handbags. I got so many clothes, it's ridiculous. So I need somebody to get them clothes. I need to do something with them clothes.
And
I
also,
got
there's
so much
another thing you
stuff.
do too. Also, I know you have your own show as well that you do on Facebook Live. I seen it on your page the other day, so you never mentioned that. So go ahead and mention
Well,
that
I was
also.
doing our Arementee morning show, and I was doing, our corner closet. I was doing all kind of stuff, showing people how to style clothes, how to put certain things that you have in your closet together. Because like when we do our summer clothes, we put all our summer clothes back up in the closet. When you can take them and transform them into winter clothes, you could take a dress and put a blazer with it, or you could put a turtleneck under it. You can change your summer clothes into winter clothes. So that's what I was doing. I had a pair of pants that I created, and I can just make a dress. I made a pair of pants. I made like 5 different outfits out of that one pair of pants. So I was doing it for a while, but the nurse thing just took over. I was when the pandemic hit, I kind of just stopped doing it because I was like on demand, like, and I ran a whole facility for it was 18 people that had COVID, and everybody was scared to go in the building. So it was just me and 2 med techs, like, took care of all the people, like, and they were just dying like 3 at a time every day. So I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. But we got through it.
That's it. By the grace of God, you got to do it. And
Whew,
I know you
yes.
mentioned earlier about health wise, taking care of yourself, exercise and stuff like that. So, what workouts do you do to keep yourself going?
Well, usually I get up about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I walk, right,
Okay.
about 4 or 5 blocks from here. I walk every day. Get up, walk, come home, then exercise, do my stretches, and then I take a shower and I'm off to work. So right now I'm doing that until the doctor released me to really do something more physical.
Okay.
So that's what I own. That's the only thing I do. And then I kind of just watch what I eat. I used to do fast food all the time, just fast food, just drinking Dr. Pepper. That's my favorite Dr. Pepper. Lord help me. I love some Dr. Pepper, but I had to kind of cut back on just drinking that. He was like, you don't have to, people think that you have to start eating all this organic stuff and healthy stuff. No, it's portion, is what, see, as African Americans, we eat a lot. We can sit there and eat a whole bucket of hot wings, but it's the portion control that's going to help you. If you're trying to lose weight, it's the portions. We eat too much. And then we eat at home, we put more food on our plate. If we go to a restaurant, they're gonna give us portion control. But
Right.
when we at home, we'll pile it up. And that's how we started putting on the pound. Like everybody's like, oh, I gained all this weight during pandemic. Because that's all we was doing, eating, watching TV, TV, wasn't no exercising, wasn't doing anything. So that's how we lose weight, because people think we got to go on a diet. You don't really have to go on a diet. You just have to watch what you eat.
And I'm
So
at,
that's
like I
basically what
know
I do.
because a lot of times people eat out of boredom because they be so bored they eat all the time. They're
Yeah, people
not
eat
being
out of boredom, stress. You having a bad day at work. You grab the ice cream and sit there and eat the whole bucket before you know it's gone. You have to figure out other things that you can do besides eat. Me, I make jewelry, I make Christmas wreaths. I just do different things to help me, get through the times. All that eating and stuff, I got to get out of there now. I ain't gonna lie, this whole bucket right here, I ate this. Now I grew up on red vines,
Mhm.
and they had this whole bucket at Walmart. So I bought this whole bucket. It's almost gone. And everybody seen this red vine bucket. They give me some, give me some. Cause I grew up on red vine. I don't know about y'all, but I used to buy the little liquids at the little corner store
Yes,
and
ma'am.
eat. So you still eat. I ate the whole bucket, but every day I ate like 2 or 3 of them a day. It's just how you eat. It's all about portion control, and that'll help you lose weight. And walking, people think just they got to do all this extra weight lifting and stuff. Walk, just start off by walking.
Right. That's it. I mean, that's it.
Walk.
Walking. Make sure you drink plenty of water too. Some people don't like drinking water, but water
Oh
does the
Lord,
body good
talk about
because the
that.
body does need water. I mean, I make sure I keep me a gallon of water a day because I work out with Shay on a
Okay, now
regular
let me
basis.
tell you about water. People think you got to have 8 glasses of water a day. That's not even accurate. Sometimes you can drink too much water, but you putting too much fluid in your body.
Right.
So drinking so much water, like I see people that work out and they drink like a gallon of water. They drink so much water. You really putting too much water in your body. Next thing you know, then you have fluid in your body. So you got to just really control your water intake too. People think water is healthy for you to drink instead of drinking Dr. Pepper all every day and stuff like that.
That
But you
sugar.
can drink too much water. You
Right.
can drink too much water.
So that's the main thing, really just being active and taking care of yourself and learning. I know a lot of time it takes discipline too, discipline what you eat and what your
Yeah.
intake is as well. So that's the most important. I
And
know
we
you.
don't have, some of us don't have, like some people say, oh, I want to lose weight. And oh, the new year's coming in. I know everybody got their new year's thing.
Oh
Oh, I'm going to
yeah.
lose weight. I'm going to do this. And we'll do it for the first 2 or 3 months. And then after that, we stop because we don't have the drive to do it. We just give up so fast. You just got to stick with it. You got to keep going, keep going. Because my friend, he's from London. He'll walk with me. And he gone. He was like, you probably ain't gonna even walk when I'm gone. And I was like, yeah, I'll be scary though, because it'd be so and all these little things be running out the trees. So I go my route, and then when he come back, we'll go the route he usually go. But
Okay.
you still just gotta walk, every day. Just walk.
Yeah.
It can start off just walking, and then you can get into your exercise and go to the gym and stuff like that. And there you go. And you ain't
Yeah.
gotta get your tummy tuck and booty implants and all this breast stuff. This is just crazy. I mean, like people was getting all these PPE loans and stuff like that for your business. I didn't really get one because I didn't put one in, but I seen people getting these loans and stuff, getting their butt done, getting their breast done. Everybody got the Lanier's, and it's just like I'm like God, but nobody put it in their business. Some people did, some people didn't. But why get the money when somebody? It's so many businesses out here that lost. They lost their business because of the pandemic, and the money was there, but they was giving it to everybody that really didn't need it, that didn't even have a business. So that kind of just upset me because people that really lost their business now they can't, they don't even want to start over now. They don't even want to start back. Man, I put all this money in my business, now it's gone. I don't, man, forget it. I don't even want to go back because all these people get rims. I seen a girl get the loan and got her breast done. And I was like, where's your business at? And she was like, oh. I was like, see, this is the problem. It's crazy though, and people that really needed the money, now they don't have no business. Yeah, but you don't got you some breasts. She got her butt done. She got her teeth done. Homeboy over here got some rims. I was like, wow. And it's African American people get this money and they really don't know what to do with it. Like y'all should have took that money and put it in the business that you had. Put it in something, build it. And but I can say a lot of people build new business because of the pandemic. It's Black people out there got business that they didn't ever think they would have. Now they do because of the pandemic. And I'm proud of them from stepping out there, building some business and going out there doing it. But the ones that didn't, it's like we could have gave that money to the lady over here that had this soul food restaurant that worked so hard. Now it's closed down because she didn't have the money to reopen. So I just hope we just do better.
Yeah. I agree. You got to start with self first. You got to do better for self first and
It's
priorities.
just, I don't know. We're supposed to be talking about fashion, but y'all, we talked about everything today.
But this is what we do here on the podcast. We talk about everything. Like we have stuff we want to talk about, and then it shifts to something else. So that's what we love to do here on the podcast. We always talk about something, and what you said was much needed, much heard. But I really want to know who this individual is. We're not gonna say it on air. We're gonna say it off the air because I really want to know who this individual is.
Y'all cracking me
So
up, baby.
so once we get
What?
out, once we
What?
get off the air
I
tonight,
know you from somewhere. You look familiar.
When we get off the air, when we stop going
Wow.
live, we gonna have a part two, just us.
yeah, we just really want to know who this individual is. Cause we're not gonna post it. We're not gonna say the name, but we don't want to be any slaughter, no slander or anything like that.
I
Cause
mean,
people
one
see,
thing about me, I can really do some really good things, to this person. But you know what? God said you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do revenge. And I'm just not that type of person. But when you constantly see this person doing things to hurt other people, I'm like, dang, you ain't got it yet. You ain't got it yet. I'm good because I was spared. But the people that ain't spared, it's crazy that you're the person that gonna keep doing that to people. And I don't understand. Some people are narcissists, and that's just how they are.
Yeah.
But what, you have to pray for them, and you ask God to deliver them. Because what I could do is I could really get back at the people that have done something to me. Because the family that I have, the family that I have is like they like this, and they would do anything for Miss King. I have 5 sons, 5. And when I tell you, if I tell them somebody did something to me, it's over with because they love their mother. They don't want nobody hurting their mother. It's like women go hard for their mothers too, but the men go hard for their mama.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
most definitely.
So
That's
I
mom.
just move on from it, huh?
Yeah, that's mom. You know it.
We got so much from this interview. I must say it was very entertaining. Miss King, you have so many sides to you. I'm glad that the audience got a opportunity to see all the things that you are doing, all the things that you've overcome, the obstacles, the objections. Like you are truly an overcomer, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future. I just want you to remind everybody before we end our live, how can we reach you, contact you, and support you?
God, I got so much social media stuff.
So
Well, you
however you
mainly
want us
just
to reach
my
you.
my IG is Arementee Pretty Face King. You can always reach me there. You can, if you want to email me, it's armenteewright@gmail.com. Or you can go on my Facebook page, which is Arementee King
Will
Pretty
you
Face.
spell Arementee for the audience?
It's Arementee. Pretty King. You go to that page, you'll see me. I'll uplift some of my old morning shows. I'm always posting. I'm always going live. I do makeup. When I say I do everything, and I just love helping people. So if anybody out there need to be styled, need your hair done, you need makeup, you need me to come and fix your house for Christmas, or you need me to cook for you. You can't cook? Come on,
What
let's come on
area
over
are you
here.
in?
Let's go to the house and let's go to the Walmart and get the food and let's cook and let's sit down and let's chill and let's talk about life and let's encourage each other. Women out there, fix each other crown. Don't snap it off, slap it off, cuss people out. We got to build each other up as women. That's what I am. I am a builder of women. We need to start sticking together as African American women. We got to stop all this fighting each other and talking bad about each other. It's enough we see it on the reality shows. Women, beautiful women fighting each other, snatching each other wigs off and all kind of stuff. But we have to be builders of women, helping each other. If you see a woman down, uplift that woman. Stop talking about her. Build her up. Build her up because you don't know what that woman been through. That's why I just thank God every day for sparing my life and keeping me here on earth so I can be a builder. And anything you need, just call me. My number is 817-696-3257. I have 2 phones. You can call me at either one. 489, what is it? 817-489-4887.
And you're in the Dallas area?
I'm way out. I told you I'm way out in the boondock. I'm in Van Alstyne, Texas.
Van Alstyne.
That's out here by McKinney, Anna. I'm way out here. But I'll come to you if you need me to. You need something, like I said, the holidays are coming. Hey, you might need a sexy dress. You might need some heels and a jewelry. Call me up. You might need your Christmas tree. You might got all the Christmas stuff and like, girl, I don't feel like doing this Christmas tree. I don't feel like just call me up. I'll do it for you.
Man, that's what's up,
Anything you
man.
need, just call Miss King.
And Miss King, we appreciate you for hanging out with us tonight.
You're
Like I said,
welcome.
it's been great. We know the audience enjoyed tonight podcast, and it was good to be back with Anna and Coach Shay here as well. And Miss King, you have any final remarks for the listening audience? Because this will be going on our YouTube channel. It will be going on Spotify and Anchor Podcast. Also, some clips gonna be on TikTok.
I mean, the only thing I really just want to say is just encourage each other. You know, do a kind deed to somebody. You know what I'm saying? You see somebody putting $5 in their gas tank. Hey, give them $20 to help them out. You know, just help people in general. It's a holiday season. We know we got a lot of kids that might not have no Christmas gifts under the tree. I think you, as a podcast, maybe you and the girls and all of us can get together and maybe get some toys together, and let's go bless some children for the holidays. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of kids out there. It's really gonna truly ain't gonna have no food, ain't gonna have no toys for Christmas. So, you know, maybe we can do something with the podcast. Maybe you can do something and tell the people that you don't interview, hey, let's get together, everybody bring a toy together, and what's it called? Walking
His way.
Walking his ways.
Walking his way can donate some toys, you know, to some kids. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can go to Walmart or somewhere on the corner somewhere and just bless a couple of kids. You know, we might can't do a lot, but we can do a little bit. And maybe you can talk to the people that you don't interview and say, hey man, can y'all donate some toys to my podcast? So I want to just be a blessing to somebody. Maybe we go to a shelter somewhere. Let's just do something good for somebody. If you're out there and it's Christmas time and you know some kids on your street, on your around the corner, you know ain't gonna have a great Christmas, just be a blessing to somebody. And
that's
help
what they did.
sisters.
That's what they did. If you're familiar with the Bible, you go biblical for a moment. That's what in the book of Esther, it's a holiday called Purim. Purim is, I'm saying it right, but it's what they got gifts and they gave to those who was less fortunate. That was the purpose of giving. You don't give the people who already have. You give the people who don't have. And that's what they did. It was a 2-day fest. You know, you got Christmas Eve. The world took it from the Bible, but on them particular days, they had gifts and they gave it to those who were less fortunate. That's how we supposed to be doing. That's how God truly will bless us. God blesses when we give to those who don't have. Why give to a person who already have? God ain't gonna bless you. Give to somebody who don't have, God gonna bless you. And that's how God operates.
That's it.
That's it. So we're very excited.
That's a good way to end it.
Yep. So we're
y'all
very
look
excited.
familiar though, Bo. Y'all all look familiar. So
Look, before we leave, y'all.
We
know
this podcast in the city right now.
We're the fastest growing podcast. Before we get off here, I want to say thank you to everybody for supporting me. And I want y'all to be able to see my manifestation journal.
Congratulations on that.
Yes, you guys.
How can people order that, Anna? What can they go to the place to order?
Absolutely. So if you would like to get your manifestation journal or your productive planner, or my flagship product is the budget binder, your money book, go to www.thespendingplanspecialist.com, all one word. Now you can follow my business page on Instagram, Spending Plan Specialist. Okay. You can follow me on Facebook, Spending Plan Specialist. I'm Anna C on Instagram. I'm Anna C on Facebook. But definitely in time for the holidays, I honestly believe that we can have the life of our dreams. And that's why I named this the Manifestation Journal, because I literally wrote down everything that I wanted to accomplish, and I hit every goal. When you commit your dreams to paper and you become organized and you create a plan and you take massive action, you can accomplish anything. So this paired with the productive planner, the appointment book, the budget binder. So whether you're trying to get your passion in order or fix your finances, my products can help you. And I just want to tell everybody who shot with me so far, thank y'all so much for supporting me, my small business, and my dreams. www.thespendingplanspecialist.com.
Awesome work, and I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing, and Shay as well. Shay, plug in what you got going on outside the podcast as well.
Oh, you know me, y'all. I'm always taking clients. I'm always looking forward to spreading knowledge, educating you, and helping you become the better version of yourself. I'm here to lead, educate, motivate, and inspire you. I'm really ready to do a lot of more speaking engagements on next year. So I'm thinking about shifting a little bit. Of course, fitness is my jam, but I think motivation is kind of more what I'm leaning towards. So I kind of want to do a lot more speaking engagements coming up. So I will be a part of the Women with Purpose tour. And March is the first tour date that's coming up, and that's Sabrina Ford is leading that, so I'll be a part of that upcoming next year. So definitely y'all be on the lookout for that. And like I said, I'm always taking new clients, ready to educate you. My life coaching sessions right now are on sale for 50% off until the end of the month. If you guys did not take advantage of these Black Friday sales for your wellness, you slipped up. I don't know what y'all did this year with it, because it was so much ebooks on sale, workout planners. Fitness apps was like $3 for the whole year. Like, if you didn't take advantage of the sales, why they
I didn't see it.
It's the mark, y'all. But definitely look forward to upcoming sales though, and definitely go grab some merch, y'all. Go grab some merch on our iconic store. Of course, we got the Walking His Ways store. Go grab some merch. Get you a hoodie. Get you some beanies. Go get you some merch. Yeah.
Yes, and definitely support the podcast. Make sure you like, follow, and share. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can catch us on Anchor and Spotify. It's Walk in His Ways Impact Voice Podcast with our gracious host, Furman Jackson, who led the way with this wonderful platform. And he blesses so many entrepreneurs by letting them share what they're doing in the community. So if you would like to be an upcoming guest on our show, please inbox us, email us, but please make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram.
And most definitely, and also give a big shout out to Shay as well, because she's been over the most of the media aspect of everything. So she's the president over there. So a lot of people responding to the Facebook group on Walking the Way Impact Voice. I just implemented a Saturday morning show. As we started the first of the year. So I'm sacrificing. When I begin off work that morning, I'm going to do the Saturday morning show. But it's all about my purpose. So my purpose is way more important than how I feel. So we're going to be doing the Saturday morning show. Of course, we got the Wednesday night show. Big shout out to the Corn. The Corn been really faithful with us.
Yeah.
Sharing everything we do. So he been hanging out with us on Wednesday night. So big shout out to him. Like I said, we got the Twitter account going. We're gonna keep build up the Twitter account. TikTok is going on. What else? Instagram going on.
Hey, I got a lot going on.
Yeah.
We keeping it popping over here. So make sure you give us those likes, give us those stars, give us those shares. Watch our reels, watch our TikToks, and feel free to donate to our podcast. Furman will definitely drop some links on our Instagram, our Facebook, and all of our social media sites, so you can see how you can patronage, so we can do more for our community, so we can do more for the podcast, because we do want to serve.
Great.
That's it. Most definitely. No,
and manifest. Maybe y'all have an actual talk show where people can come and we can film it.
That's the type of stuff that I envision, y'all. It'd be so crazy, right?
Yeah.
And
you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
Yeah, like most definitely.
Manifest.
That's it, man. And also, we got another photo shoot coming up too. We got a